Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon. This is Greg here from Flowering Spikes, and we are doing the website drop for Wednesday the 17th of September 2025. I think overall this might be one of the best drops yet as far as having new stuff, reissues, hard to get stuff, originals, classics, all of it. Up first, this is Nathan Milstein with Steinberg conducting, and this is the Dvorak Violin Concerto. This is a stereo Capitol release from 1958 on the Rainbow labels. Next up, another one from Milstein, this time an analog phonic release, and he's doing the 4 Italian sonatas. This one, my favorite version of Lalo's Symphony Espagnole. This is a His Master's Voice UK release from 1959 with Yehudi Menuhin and Sir Eugene Goossens. This is a 2011 Testament reissue of the Columbia SAX. This is Leonid Kogan with Konstantin Silvestri doing the Mozart and Mendelssohn violin concertos. This one's a beautiful recording of Fritz Kreisler recital pieces. This is Heinrich Schering. This is a Mercury first press from 1963. Sean Martinon conducting the Paris Conservatoire Orchestra. This is Prokofiev Symphony No. 5, original living stereo, first press from 1959. This one is in incredible condition. I just listened to it yesterday. Another Prokofiev. I'm going to do a few Prokofiev, kind of going a little bit by composer now. It's like a group of 3 or 4 records from each composer. So this is Prokofiev with Fritz Reiner and the Chicago Symphony Orchestra doing Alexander Nevsky. This is on the original living stereo with the textured cover from 1960. This is Prokofiev and Hugo Reingold doing Cinderella, and this is a Classic Records reissue. Another Classic Records reissue. This one sounds really great. I actually had this on double 45 also. Sounds incredible. This is Jean Martinon doing Prokofiev Symphony No. 7. This is Classic Records also. Along with the Ravel and Debussy by Classic Records, this is by far the best sounding kind of audiophile sonic masterpiece that Classic Records ever put out. This is Love for 3 Oranges by Prokofiev. This is from 2010. Also one of the harder Classic Records to find out in the wild. I never really see these. I never had the double 45 of this, but I'm hoping one day it will run through the shop and I can have a listen. All right, on to Schubert. This is Sir Thomas Beecham conducting Symphonies 3 and 5. This is His Master's Voice first pressing from 1960 on the gold and cream label. Another from Franz Schubert. This is the Great C Major Symphony conducted by Joseph Cripps. This is a 1994 Speaker's Corner. This is Skoroshevsky conducting the Minneapolis Symphony Orchestra doing Schubert's Unfinished Symphony. Personally, my favorite Schubert work, maybe one of my favorite symphonies ever. I have so many versions of this. If I had to pick, I should really make a video about it, but if I had to pick, I would say maybe my favorite is the Klemperer. Close second, this one's kind of a toss-up. Beautiful sounding, huge, massive Mercury, super dynamic sound on this one. This is an original from 1961. This is Rudolf Kemp conducting Strauss's Don Quixote and Till Eulenspiegel. Paul Tortelier cello. Absolutely killer record. I love this one so much. This is a Testament reissue, and I have an original floating around here, and hopefully I can do a quick shootout between the two before I ship this one out. Up now, probably the 3rd best sounding thing Classic Records ever did. This is Fritz Reiner with Vienna doing Strauss's Till Eulenspiegel and Death and Transfiguration. Absolutely flawless copy, like mint condition. This is George Zell conducting the Berlin Radio Orchestra, Elizabeth Schwarzkopf soprano, You probably know this record. Everyone should own a copy of this record. I had an original, I think a month ago or so. It went for a pretty good amount of money. Originals are very hard to come by. This sounds phenomenal. This is the Testament reissue. Charles Munch, Boston. This is Tchaikovsky's Serenade for Strings, another one of my just personal favorite pieces of music. I have so many versions of this. Another one's coming up in a second. This is one of the early RCAs that just sounds phenomenal. This is from 1958, really early RCA living stereo. George Schulte with another one of my favorite versions of the Serenade for Strings. This is with the Israeli fill. Also on here, Mozart's Ein klein Nachtmusik. This is a London, US pressing from 1959. I love this record. I have 2 or 3 copies of this. Phenomenal. The Classic Records version of Shostakovich Symphony No. 1 in the Age of Gold Ballet. Incredible sounding record. Just sold the original a couple weeks ago, now letting this one go. Absolutely huge, beautiful audiophile sound. Montu with the LSO doing Ravel's Daphnis and Chloe. The classic version, I don't mean Classic Records, I mean classic as in this is by far my favorite version of Daphnis. I'm sure everyone can argue about that one forever, but for me, this is my favorite version. This is the Speaker's Corner version from the early 2000s. All right, that is the drop for the week. Next week will be a ton more violin music, recital music, concertos. We also got Archie Shepp over here. Not gonna be on the website, but if you're in Los Angeles and you wanna come by the shop and check it out, I just listened to it earlier today. I love this record. Never really see them out in the wild in good condition. This one's in really great condition. I don't know why I'm talking about the Archie Shepp record, but I am. I guess that's all I have to say for this week. All the orders will ship out Thursday, Friday morning. I'll send you tracking. They come out in Whiplash mailers. And that's about it. I'm spending my days at the shop attempting to listen to all 104 symphonies by Joseph Haydn. Wish me luck. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.